Hey guys, ILene Vick here for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. It is Saturday, April 10th at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I am live. Let me get rid of some background noise here. There we go. Okay, Amy, hi. Good to see you, sweetie. Let's see. Hey guys, welcome. Welcome, Julie. All right here. Let's see. Okay, I'm sorry guys. Welcome to everybody that came in. It is coming in. Amy, Julie, Sandra, hello. Sandra K. Hi Rhonda. Wanda, hello. How's that freezer problem going, Wanda? Hi Maddie. Okay. So, somebody give me a date that Jillian's contest ends. Yeah, Maddie? Oh, you're working on your octopus page. Good. Yeah, Maddie, just go ahead and send me that full list when you're ready. That's right, the 12th. Hi, Christy. And give me a sound check, please. All right. I got a lot to talk about for you guys tonight. Let me grab a little water. Amy, give me, yeah, about a 6, Julie. Okay. Yeah, Amy, give me a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being too loud. Okay. So let's go ahead and everybody get settled in. Okay, so the first thing I want to show you, this is my Anchor keyboard, A-N-K-E-R, that's the brand. Okay, about a 6, good. And several of you may have these, or some of you may have these. Happy Saturday. Hi, Pearl. So, Pearl, did it work better that you stayed the whole time with us and then went to bed? Very happy Saturday. Yeah. Yeah, I've had a good one too, which is always a good thing. Okay, good. So Pearl, now you can stay with us and sleep well afterwards. Zoom in, zoom out. All right, several things to show you. So here's what I wanted to show you. If you have an Anchor keyboard or something of this nature that has a sliding on off button on the back, I want to show you a little system I worked out. It's very visual. I put a little black mark on the top of the button, and then where it says off, I took one of my alcohol markers and put a red smudge, and then where it's on, I put a green smudge. So this is a very distinct visual that I can immediately see if my keyboard is on or off. So I wanted to let you know, just in case anybody has had the same problem where you can't see very easily whether it is on or off. So if this helps somebody, cool, there's an idea for you. Okay? All right, so that's my keyboard. Hi, Lila. Then the other thing I wanted to show you, and I'll put this on my affiliate list. I couldn't find it, which was driving me nuts, but that's okay. If you guys have a bunch of hub things that you need to plug in, you know, you've got your power cords. I've got my little charger thingy for my battery eraser. And what this is this is an Anchor multi-port. I suppose it would help if I got it in camera. An Anchor multi-port doohickey. And it has a power source here. So in other words, the power source, let me get this open. The power source is something that you plug into the wall. So it's a really great way to keep everything juiced up and charged. And again, you can put on this one up to 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I've got 10 slots. I won't use them all, but I've got a number of things. I've got a little fan that's USB powered. I have my eraser that's USB powered. And then, of course, when I'm charging my iPad or my iPhone, I need that. So I wanted to show you this, and I will put the affiliate list up item on it when I find it. It's been a little hard to find. I don't know why. Now, if you want to go ahead and use the same convention, you can put a little red over here and a little bit of green over here, although this is pretty obvious because convention is a circle for off, and then for on is the line, which shows the power going through. So there's this. All right. Now you guys should know by now. Katie is on Facebook. What the heck here? What's going on? How stupid is that? Jeez. I'll tell you guys, it's getting, you can't say anything on Facebook anymore, which is Stupid. And that is Vicky saying hello.
Hi, Vicky.
Okay. Yeah, that would be absolutely, Katie says to say hi to the group. Yeah, that would be devastating for me to not be able to be online for obvious reasons. Okay. I've got some really neat books that I want to show you guys. And I went ahead and I put the links to all of these on a separate post until I can get them in my affiliate list. So at least if you guys get excited about what you see tonight, you can get it. Just click on the link. I want to thank everybody that's been using our affiliate. And I absolutely want to thank to all of you, or to those of you who've been sending me coffees, the Ko-fi. You guys are the best, and it will go towards stuff like like this. Okay. So let me show you these books. They are so neat. This one is called Japanese Harmony. Not sure what the WA is for. But this is a really cool book. Not to mention that I like Oriental stuff. Excuse me while I move my camera around a little bit. There we go. So this is called Japanese Harmony. It has a fold out on here. Honestly, I never color the fold outs, but if you do, have at it. And the front of it, this is pretty stiff cardboard or stock. The paper is not super thin, but it's not super thick like a Johanna Bosford. Thank you, Lila. I just want to make sure I don't have any rattling. Ben got in trouble with a t-shirt he shared. It said, "I asked God to make me a better man and he sent me a grandson." Yep. I asked God for an angel and he sent me a granddaughter. And that's why Facebook made an issue out of it. Unbelievable. Stupid. I'm waiting for the day that Facebook sanctions me because you guys know that we pray in this group if anything comes up. I think at that point I'd hire an attorney. For those of you who believe, I will not stop praying. Okay. All right, let's move on to something fun here. I don't want to be... He got warned that some people would find it offensive. Well, okay. Okay, guys, let's not fixate on that. I want to read you something real quick. So here are the two symbols here for coloring. And I think you're going to find this interesting. So it says, in the Japanese language, there is an ideogram whose phonetic pronunciation is wa. Oh, there you go. That's what this. W-A. So this is wa, and whose meaning corresponds to the concept of peace, harmony, and balance. Graphically, it consists of an ear of rice rising from the ground, left, so that's what this is, and the open mouth of a man on the right. It is a very ancient symbol, also used to indicate one of the first names given to Japan by its inhabitants. In its simplicity, the ideogram represents one of the fundamental principles on which life in the land of the rising sun is based, peace and harmony. In fact, the Japanese culture, the pursuit of individual self-interest must align with the shared belief and practice of society as a whole. I've been to Japan, and that's very true. So let me say that one more time. In fact, in the Japanese culture, the pursuit of individual self-interest must align with the shared beliefs and practices of the society as a whole. Thus, the concept of wa permeates every aspect of Japanese reality and is found in many settings of everyday living. Oh, that would be pretty with the Japanese landmark in the back. Yeah, good thinking, Maddie. This beautifully illustrated coloring book with its elegant, refined drawings by Sarah Muzio will show you the heart of this extraordinary country and its timeless Japanese traditions and scenarios. Okay, now I'm not going to read the rest of this, but I wanted you to understand about this book. So that's why it says wa, Japanese harmony. I'm glad I read that to you. Oh yeah, and maybe a rising sun in the back. Oh my gosh. Neat ideas. Zoom out. Okay, let me see if I can get you up a little more. There we go. I mean, look at this teapot. And notice the harmony of this, where everything comes together. This would be drop dead gorgeous to color. Now, I'm not going to make a lot of fuss over this book. I mean, look at this. The birds coming through here. And I really like the idea of the stark black on here. I've talked about this before when I'm teaching you and showing you coloring. That's right, Japanese tea is a big deal. I could see maybe putting some black ink on some of these brushes, or if you put colors on here, put the colors on the brushes in very light. Maybe use a gelato or something like that, or a chalk. Absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous book. Now this one doesn't thrill me because I don't really like repetitive, but look how simple and beautiful this one is. Isn't that pretty? So some are 2 pages, some are 1 page. Oh, these fans. Put a little gold on here. And then this one has the background, and then it's pulled out of here to be just plain. Now, here's what I want you to see. I don't want you to look at this and go, oh, boring. It's not boring. There are so many things you can do with this. And if you take the time to do it, you'll have a gorgeous piece. Roosters. Look at this. Mm. Yeah, the origami. Hi, Sherry. Isn't that cool? And hello to everybody that's in the balcony watching us. We love you guys. Feel free to drop down and chat anytime if you have any questions or comments. That's why I do these lives. Look at this. Hi, Christy. And again, I've talked about this before. Even, you know, when you get coloring books, just the artwork is fun to look at. So here's the origami as well. Yeah, I've been to Japan and it was just phenomenal. Clean. You get on their bullet train, you will not see paper on the floor. If anybody on the train sees something on the floor, they pick it up. They don't want to dishonor their country by not doing something like that. So I hope this is sparking your imagination. And that's another reason why I show you these books. Wah, that's right, W-A. Oh, look at this. Oh. The line work is beautiful. Look at the little dragon in here. Oh yeah, see, we've got several dragon in here. A little Buddha. It took me a second. I thought that looked like a hand and a fan, and then I had to see the rest of it. I mean, how cute with his tummy sticking out. Here's some dragon statues. The drum beaters. And you know what? I love this perspective if you're looking up at it, and I've seen several coloring books that have this. And it's so neat because when you have that colored in, it looks drop dead gorgeous. I could see doing this in, you know, the rich mahogany red. Here's how I could see this, doing this in the rich mahogany red, and then doing this in pale greens. And then you have that contrast. Okay. Here's your koi fish. And then, of course, some more dragons. Yeah, lots of reds, yellows. Now, you got to be careful. In Japan, there's a difference between the colors of Japan and China. Japanese stuff tends to be the bolder black, red, and yellow catch a fellow. What a beautiful image. Just two ladies walking along, two more over here. I love it. And by the way, the old type geisha were not prostitutes. Just to let you know that. Little Japanese history there. Okay, now we have another little water well coming in. I think if I were coloring this, I'm not saying this is a recommendation, I'm saying it based on me, I would probably do the bamboo coloring first and the bowl in the water, and then expand out from there. Oh man. And I would also go to Google and Google, I'm not sure what this bird is. You know, we've all seen it before. Yeah, Japan, a lot of black, yeah, black and gold. And here's one of those pictures again that you're looking up from below. Oh, it's just, the perspective of this is so gorgeous. Crane, thank you, that was it. I'm being a dope, I couldn't think of it. Thanks, Sherry and Mary. Look at this. And by the way, and I've said this before, but it's never too much to say it. I don't know if this is part of this image or not. No, two different things. Here's the back with those ladies. And this is done in the gold sheen. There you go. You can see it. Isn't that beautiful? Beautiful, beautiful stuff. And again, I don't care if you color it or not. Just seeing this, I think, is it's just good for you guys to see stuff like this. Let's see. Sushi on this one. Yeah, Maddie says she collects art through coloring books. Explain how you do that, Maddie. And then the birds. Anyways, I started to say, because you guys answered crane for me, here's some more koi. I always am appreciative of you guys when I'm talking or when I have an artist come in and I have a brain fart and I can't think of something and you guys jump in and give it to me in the comments. That's one thing I love about this group is I know that you've got my back. Look at that. Here we go. I could see this in bold red and then zoom in. And then these emblems here in black. And then whatever color's on the rest of these. Oh, my hand's itching again. Zoom out. And then here's the last page. And then we've got our little pinwheels, and then this opens up as well if you want to color that inside. So pretty neat stuff, guys. Okay, so I bought this book for the group. Again, it's called Japanese Harmony, the WA, W-A. I thought that you guys would enjoy this, and that's why I decided to pick it up for you. Okay. Alrighty. here's a fun little concept. This is from, it's called Wing Beauty, as you can see. Maddie cost me the money for this because I saw this. She posted about it. And this particular book, it is not an Amazon book. So if you want to take a shot of that, it's from EnchantedLivingMagazine.com. And they publish magazines about fairies. Oh, the artist of that other book is popular in some of your other groups, Lisa, or Lila, excuse me. So this one is pretty cool, and you'll see why in a minute. Let me tuck this in the back. It's an old book? Okay. So it's called Wing to Beauty, a very fairy coloring book. And it says, we at Fairy Magazine are excited to present the work of 5 fairy artists who open portals into other more magical worlds. So I'm going to show you this really quick. And you may recognize some of these artists. I don't know. Hint, hint. Renee Taylor. And again, I'm just going to page through and show you this. I gotta tell you what drives me crazy. Oh, look at this. Okay, so the fairy's sitting here, and then here's the log, and then it becomes the log. What really drives me crazy about some flip-throughs is when you have involved drawings like this, they don't take the time. Isn't that cute? They don't take the time to let you figure out what the picture's doing. Now, these are pretty straightforward. But when you have involved pictures, and they like flip, 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 flip. Hate that. Look, we've got a little fairy down here, a little wolf. So I don't know what you guys think about fairies, but love this. That's cute. Da-da-dum. Now this one, her hair does not turn into the branches. It's behind the branches, so this would make a cool, if you shadow the branches the right way, that would look really cool. Okay, this artist is Corey Godby, excuse me, G-O-D-B, Godbay. I'll get there. Look at these. Look at the little princess on top. Took me a second to see that. And then we've got some little children in here. Another child, little gremlins, I guess. And then we've got teeny tiny people here down at the bottom. Now, the really neat thing about this is with these different artists, you get to see the different styles. Cool stuff. And if anybody wants me to linger on something or go back, speak up. I'll be glad to do that. Okay, the next set is by Stephanie. It's either Lan or Law or Lamb. Can't tell. Here, hold on. Let me see. Let me get that straightened out real quick. Hold on. There was a list of the artists in the front. Stephanie Law, L-A-W. So if you want to look her up, L-A-W. And then here's her style. And I really, like I said, I like books like this because it depends what mood that you're in to color. This is different. Let's see here. So we have a door here. Dragonfly, dragonfly. Not quite sure what this is. Maybe a plant, and then it's got that door in it. And again, guys, this is why when you color, you tint when you start in. Look at this, the little butterfly here in the orb. Zoom in. That's cute. Zoom out. And then look at this one where the fairy is entangled in the antlers of the animal. And that makes me think of Jeff Haney when he was talking about things that lead your eye. Beautiful stuff. And then we've got this last one here. Okay. Anybody recognize this name? Give me a thumbs up if you recognize. Zoom in. I thought you guys would get a kick out of this. Zoom out. Our very own Ruth Sanderson. So these are images that she has done. Some of them we've seen in her book, I want to say, although if this is an older book, so yeah, if this is an older book, we may not have seen these. And then, of course, our fairy godmother with the Cinderella coach. I love it, the little fairy on the duck. I'm sorry, that makes me laugh. The paper is nice and thick. You hear that? So we got thick paper here on this one. The fairy on top of the corgi. The saddle. Gorgeous stuff. And then here's the last one on the left. Okay, then we have Charles Vess, V as in Viceroy, E-S-S. And here is his style. Pretty stuff. And you guys know eventually I'll be pulling these out and coloring from them. Got a little something over here. swinging on the branches. But now I'm looking in this to see if we've got anything hidden in there. Oh, this is cute. I don't know if you caught the story as to what's going on with this. So we have a young man pleading with a female fairy. And look who's in the background here. And not looking very happy. Just cute stuff. And this is different. Look at this. The lines were never drawn. Brownies or sprites. S-P-R-I-T-E-S. Zoom in. I've never seen this done before where the back, you know, there's no definitive line here. And if you think about it, that's the way it should be. So that will be a cool way to color that as well. Look at this little guy dragging his wings. Zoom out. And some of these on here on this set, some a little darker, some lighter. And these to me lend themselves to drawing things in. You just got to match the line weight. I love the imagery. Got a fairy with the stars here coming out over the ledge. Our singing fellow here on the guitar, and all the little fairies and sprites and whatever they are around the outside. Hey, Steph. And then this last one here. Okay, now, interestingly enough in this book, and I'm not going to do it, but the magazine, they said, we're thrilled to present the work of these 5 dazzling artists for your coloring pleasure, and since they're all experts in the otherworldly and like to see things that you and I don't, we had to ask, when you hear the word fairy, what is the first thing you picture? Read their charming answers and bios below. So I may turn to Ruth's because we all, you know, she's our bud now. I'm curious what she says. Okay, zoom in. So Ruth says, well, first of all, it says a battered copy of Grimm Fairy Tales was Ruth Sanderson's favorite reading as a child, and her favorite place to play was the woods, where she tried to catch glimpses of hidden fairies who were surely peering out at her from the underbrush. Ruth is well known for her award-winning fantasy art and her beautifully illustrated fantasy tales for children, including retellings of The 12 Dancing Princesses, Papa Gatto, The Snow Princesses, and Cinderella, among others. She teaches in a graduate program in writing and illustrating for children at Hollins University in Virginia. Find her online at ruthanderson.com. Okay, but what she says, and this is a really neat insight to her, is I think of fairies as elemental spirits personifying aspects of nature, ethereal, and beautiful. To me, fairyland is a mythic place outside our mundane world and time, a place filled with both dappled sunlight and mysterious shadows where magic makes anything possible and imagination takes flight. So how neat. There's an insight to that. Okay, and then the very back is the thing with Fairy Magazine. So if you guys are interested in that, you may know Fairy Magazine already exists. Let's see what we got here. But I didn't know also that they had printed books. So they do. So there you go. From Fairy Magazine, an enchanted coloring book featuring winged creatures of all kinds conjured by 5 famed fairy artists: Renee Taylor, Corey Godby, Stephanie Law, Ruth Sanderson, and Charles Vess. So there you go. Zoom out. But wait, there's more. So this is from me as well. So now we've got that in our library. And by the way, the affiliate links to all these are listed in a separate post. I popped them on there real quick, so if you guys get excited and want to pick up any of these books, you've got the link, except for the hub, which I couldn't find. Okay. Sherry already recognizes this one. Beautiful, beautiful book. There are 2 of these. So if you look at them, be careful you get the right one. This one goes left. The picture. And really, guys, these books are also partially from you because, like I said, when you donate through Coffee, you can also donate directly through Facebook Pay. I take that money and I buy neat stuff like this. This is a beautiful book as well. The Girl in the Forest. So this is like our Disney book. It's got the image colored on the left, and then it gives you this on the right. And they have little names on here. So for example, this says The Sound of the Forest, and it's dated. Now, I'm not going to read each one. Oh, how cool is this? Isn't that neat? So they've got the scenery going through the picture. Jillian, hi. Look who, hi. This is unexpected. Jillian, how you doing tonight? Oh yeah. You should have seen the first 3 books that I went through. I've got one more. I love this picture. Hey Jillian, can I bring you on camera? You okay with that? Oh. Or are you going to be gun shy tonight? I mean, look at this, guys. Look, she's they're in the ocean in the book. Hey Jillian, come on camera for a couple minutes. So this book is just ridiculously cute. Okay, Rhonda, let's straighten something out here. That image on the left is not just for beginners like you. It's for everybody. I use them for inspiration. So no, 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 no. But they are great. They are great to help you. Now this book is a little bit pricey. Maddie said she put the price up. It's like $25. It took me a long time to decide to buy this. No share button again. Am I close enough that you guys can see these images okay? There we go. I don't want to cut them off. There we go. Just cute, guys. Innocent pictures. Just innocent, neat pictures. And this one, now look at this one a minute. I want you to see what's going on here. She's laying on the floor, right? The forest floor. And this tree is above her. So you can go ahead and shade this in such a way that you get that dimension. Isn't that cool? Here's her stepping out of a book. And now we're back to simple pictures. Look at that. Now, imagine this, guys. So you're coloring this, and you can chalk up that background. And when I say chalk up, that means Faber-Castell, something of that nature. You can use gelatos. There's a little squirrel on her head, too. And what you do when you're doing this is you don't necessarily fill in the whole background. You may only color up maybe just a little bit outside these leaves, and that's it. Okay? Everybody see that? And if you guys are getting excited about this, the affiliate link is posted in the group, in the main group, and I will get it onto our normal list. Jillian, pop back in. Yay! So Jillian, can I entice you to come on camera for a few minutes and tell us what you're doing for the group about this contest? There we go. Just beautiful pictures, guys. And again, if you're not necessarily interested in coloring this style, I at least want you to look at the artwork. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Melba. Hey, Jillian, how are you?
I'm good. I'm exhausted and I probably look terrible. It's been a very busy day of all the house stuff, but yeah, so happy to see everybody. Hello.
Well, I'll tell you what, we're all going to do this. We're all going to clap for you and say congratulations, both on two things. You got your house that you wanted. You worked it out with what? It was the basement that was that issue?
Septic.
Oh, septic. That was it. Okay. And then, as though that wasn't enough, you sold your house within how many hours of it being shown?
5 hours.
Oh, 5 hours. It took you that long. Wow.
It was crazy. You know how much work I was doing to get the house clean, and it went live on Thursday. And at like around 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock, and someone requested a showing at 9 p.m. That night, and I was like, you know what, sure, let's do that. And yeah, they spent a lot of time in the house, and you know, before midnight, we had negotiated and the deal was done. But yeah, the offer came in like pretty shortly after they had seen the house, which is crazy. So yeah, it was really quite the whirlwind, but we still had like a bunch of showings on Friday and today because in this market, people are still willing to look at pending houses because they'll write backup offers. And we got one, and we might get another in the next like 20 minutes or so. So yeah, it's like Toronto for the members that are from there. I know Lila's from Toronto. It's not quite like Toronto. Our houses are like Toronto market's crazy. Like little old houses are selling for millions of dollars. We don't have that, but our market is shifting really quickly to be like quite crazy, where people are getting into kind of like bidding wars at certain price points. So yeah, it's been, as you can tell, I'm very tired and happy because it's less stressful. Now we can go back to living like normal people for 3 weeks and then we move. So it'll be lots of fun here.
Now, did you get, I mean, obviously without going into details, because that's your business, did you get the asking price that you wanted?
Above. Yeah, we got above. So, yeah,
Oh.
no, it worked out great. It worked out really great. But we did price it like slightly below market value on purpose, just because we wanted to get this over with quickly, nonetheless, and take advantage of the craziness of the market, because people get emotional and attached. And you know, we spent a lot of like time over the years, like adding little things to make it like a nice little house. And yeah, it was sweet. The couple who got the winning offer, they wrote like a really sweet letter and, you know, had their pictures and their dog. And, you know, it was kind of cool. So hopefully it works out. The home inspection was today and it went really well. And we're just waiting for them to get their financing on Monday, but it should be like somewhat good. And if not, we do have some more offers to fall back on. Yeah.
Now,
so,
do you now have you, so you have formally accepted their offer, right?
yeah.
Okay. Okay. Wonderful. Wonderful.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So we have to celebrate. And yeah, you guys were so welcoming to Sean, and he was asking how this contest was going, and I was like, great. I kind of thinking we might want to spice it up, and he was like, yeah, we should. Let's celebrate. So, you know, not gonna fully announce what it is. I
okay, now hold on.
Yes.
Hold on one second. So wait, I gotta do my drum roll. Here's my drum roll. Okay, now go ahead and announce what you're doing.
So do you want me to share the full details or hint?
It's up to you.
Okay. Well, I'm going to just drop one more hint. And I'm going to drop the letter O, and that's the hint.
Letter O.
Mm-hmm.
And this is supplies, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. I'll tell you what. Let's do this, if you don't mind. Let's see if anybody can guess. So here's what I want you to do, Jillian, is I want you to just still give little hints and then eventually tell them what this up prize is, because I want people to be excited about, you know, getting this done. Getting their entries in. So let's you know, just kind of work your hints and see, you guys guess, see if you can guess. So these are supplies, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and the first, okay, so Maddie says Oprah, Orion, oh my, oh hoo hoo. Julie says oh hoo hoo. Is that it?
Yep, they're my favorites.
Oh, yeah. Jojo says, oh, wow.
Yes. So we are doing a set of oh-hoo-hoos, depending on which market that you're in. And I'll put like the rough value, but we're hoping to do at least a 60 marker plus set. Different markets have different prices, but we'd like to gift someone, some lucky winner, an oh-hoo-hoo set of 60 plus. Markers, but it might be more depending on the market. Like I know in the US they have like you can get a 72 set for the same price as a 60 in Canada. So it just depends on where you live, but 60 at minimum, a set of oh-hoo-hoo markers to one lucky recipient as a grand prize. We will still keep the 5 coloring books. So it will actually be a separate prize from those 5 recipients of the 10 coloring books, and 2 each for
Oh my
those 5.
gosh. Well, I can't thank you enough for putting this prize in, because obviously you didn't have to do that. And so, wow, thank you for blessing our group with that. They're going to be excited about that, I'm sure. So,
I'm
yeah,
very
see,
excited too. Yeah, the pictures that I've seen are amazing. It is so cool to see everyone's different interpretations of these really
mhm.
fun pieces. I'm glad, ILene, you made great suggestions on which ones we should do.
Yeah. Well, and you know that I love that one that is the moon phases with all those ladies in there, and that was fun for me anyway to do. So, yeah. Well, you're just so generous, and you know the group loves you, and I mean they just got excited when you fell in the door, so that tells you right there. Um, okay, now let's tell them the second batch of news that you and I have been texting about that we're working on setting up. So go
Yeah.
ahead.
So Daniel Willis, he just joined our group, and we're working out some dates for the latter half of April. I'm just going to confirm some of those times with him. ILene gave me some dates that I have to relay back to him today. It's just been obviously very crazy. But Daniel Willis is a new artist that will be joining us, and he has an upcoming book that hasn't even come out yet. But it will be out before the end of April. So you guys will be some of the first to see it in a flip through, that sort of thing. I will kind of
Yay!
keep it exclusive to this group. I won't send it out to any other YouTubers or people like that until we've gotten to enjoy it and look at it, to celebrate the launch of his first coloring book. And I'm actually his first client in general. And yeah, his work is amazing. I'm obviously a huge fan. It's very, very detailed and intricate. I'd sent ILene some a while ago, and she quite liked the world that he was building. It's quite unique.
Mhm.
He's a fantasy style artist, and I don't want to say he's exactly like Kirby Roseanne's. He definitely has his own style, and it's very, very unique and a lot of fun. But it's the same level of intricate detail that you see from Kirby's style of book. He's got a
Mhm.
really, really good eye. Like, again, I couldn't believe he was a new artist. Crazy talent, and really awesome person, and a lot of fun. So yeah, he will be joining us and doing a color along just like I did, which will be lots of fun.
Wonderful. So what I want my peeps to hear is that Joel's book, no S on that. Joel's book is
Oh,
premiering their artist
I'm so sorry. We've got a
through our
realtor here.
group.
I was wondering. Okay, I'm gonna have to let you guys go because we've got some people here an hour late for their showing at 6 o'clock. They were our other backup offer. So I'm gonna let you go. But you got all the announcements. Have fun, you guys, and we will chat soon.
Okay, talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. All righty. So, did you hear what she's saying, guys? She's premiering her artists through our group. So let that sink in. Yay. And then she's going to release it as a general release. So how cool is that? You guys are special. I'm so proud of you to make everybody feel wonderful. And the prize of the Ohuhu markers. Yay! So get your entries in, guys. Don't blow this off. All right. So we're doing this book here. Thank you, Jillian. I'm so happy for them. Forest Girls Coloring Book. All right. So here's a little one where she's brushing her teeth. I mean, how cool is that? And then the coloring you can do on the curtain. Just a really, and look at here. She's here in a tent, and then here's like a little lunch thing hanging up on the top. Yes, we do have showers of blessing, Lila. Tell your friends. Listen, guys, figure out a way in other groups without ticking them off what's going on here. Bring it up in casual conversation and say, do you know that we premiere art, that ILene premieres artists in her groups? All right. Oh, look at all the little fairies. Oh, look at that. Zoom in. Zoom in. Oh my gosh, guys, look at this. I wish I had a fairy doing my dusting. See you later, Jojo. Oh, how cute. Zoom out. I love it. Zoom out. Okay, so let me keep going here. I mean, all of these images are just too stinking cute. I'm telling you. Oh, this is sad. She's crying. I don't know why. Little dog here looking sad. And the cat. Squirrel. Squirrel. So I wanted to show you this book. And show you all the things you can do with it. Yeah, the girl's eyes are beautiful on this. Look at, and again, here's now, you know, the perspective that I like. Just a lovely, lovely piece. Now think about this. In the original drawing, there's rain. I don't know if you can see it, but this window exemplifies what the weather is and what the mood is of your piece. Now, if you wanted to, you could totally switch this around and make it more sunshine. Okay. So Katie says, I was talking to another group owner and we were talking about coloring book artists, and I asked if she knew your group, and she said you post the lives in her group and she loves watching you. Yes, we have permission of about 20 groups, I want to say, that anytime an artist comes in, I can go ahead and announce that. Okay. I mean, just look at this little girl sitting on top of the books. So I thought that you'd get a kick out of this. And what little girl doesn't have a little party here with her stuffed toys? Oh, look at that. Okay, now I want to show you something about this particular picture. Zoom in. Zoom in. All right, so in this picture, you are perfectly capable of adding this white in here to make it look like the sunshine is coming through the window. And actually, I probably should do this picture soon for you and show you how to do that. But really, it's just a matter of coloring in your lighter sunblocks and then doing your vertical and your horizontal, well, skewed lines, and then just making it lighter on whatever area on the rest of this. Zoom out. Zoom out. So I could definitely see making a lesson out of this. I'll do that. I'll make a lesson on this one for you. I won't do it tonight, but let me break this binding here. There we go. I am so excited about what Jillian has to say. So in this little saying down here, Sandra, she now has the issue I had, can't comment in group posts. Yeah. Yeah, on this one here, I probably would do the background first because that's an integral part of what's going on here. I'll show you when I do it. This little saying says, each flower blooms in different seasons. Every flower takes its turn when its name is called in its own season. Don't worry, you will bloom soon too. Isn't that beautiful? And this says part 3, so we went through part 1 and part 2 on this. So I love this book to pieces. Again, I made a separate post in the group that these books I'm showing you tonight, you can do the affiliate links, which would be appreciated if you are hot to trot to get it. So Maddie, if you get this book and then Ink House, you'll be all set with your shipping. Yeah, Maddie, I could really see you running with this. And then here's another sample of the background where you have your darker around the butterflies, and then you get the little lighter going towards the outside. Send me a text message so I know exactly what you want, Maddie. I think the finished book I already have in there. We'll see. So I hope you guys are excited about this book. I know I'm taking a little more time to show you stuff. We'll get to coloring, I promise. But this is important to me to show you this stuff. Look at the background down here. Zoom in. Zoom in. Zoom in. Okay, and what I want you to notice in here, okay, I've got the finish in the list. Okay, everybody see how these are super big leaves that the artist uses the background on here? Thank you, Sandra. Ginkgo leaves. And then, of course, the other part of the background, and then the leaves on the bottom. Zoom out. Zoom out. Okay, and then the sizes are reversed in this one, large dog, little girl, where it was the other way around on the other ones. Oh, this book is driving me crazy too. Here's a little fantasy thing. Oh, make the gingerbread house. This is called the beginning of the day. So this is all the foods, you know, that she eats whenever at the table. Look at this one. This one is called Imagination Number 6, and it says, When I Feel Small. And then here's your soft background here. You can do that with the gelatos. Yeah, chalks. This one's called What's Our Lunch for Today? This one's called A Cup Filled with Commas. Too funny. Making me smile. Now, if I wanted to add more of these images right here, I told you that I had those gray pens. And what I would do, these are the jelly rolls, and I would go ahead and I would match the color with whatever gray. And then here's the end of it. Okay, so I will do a lesson around that sofa and the light in the background for you guys. So this is now in our library as well. You guys are getting too much tonight, I'm telling you. We get Jillian dropping in and all this stuff. Okay, one last book that I want you to see. Okay. So I picked up this one for our group, Fantasia, by Nicholas Chandrayanta. So it's Schandrawienata. So we'll call him Nicholas C. And I want you to see this book as well. Let me see something here real quick. Okay. And again, a relatively prompt. These are pretty bold and straightforward, so I can be pretty prompt. This one would be gorgeous to do in bold colors. So this is back to the fantasy genre. Good night, Rhonda. And the pages are pretty thick. Obviously, it's spiral bound, and these are perforated as well. Look at that. Wouldn't that be neat to do? Maybe do him up in gold instead of silver. Wouldn't that be fun? What do you guys think of that? Do a gold, you know, we're all used to seeing silver. Let's do a gold one. And that'll be pretty with the hair. And a bird on her shoulder and some butterflies. Got an elf lady. Mermaid. Medusa. Now, he wrote right here on the book, complete the details on Medusa and snakes. If you don't want that stuff on here, you get your Winston and Newton ink, and you Winsor and Newton and ink it out. And I am anxious to do this one. I thought that one would be really cool. Love this one. Octopus holding the ship and the anchor and staff and the treasure chest. Three-headed animal. Just good stuff. Now, what I would recommend is when you have a picture like this, do something like this, like in your face bold. Don't be afraid to go bold with it. So it's so funny. We have all this fantasy, and then all of a sudden you see a rabbit with Easter eggs. That one, that one slays me. It's just funny. Dancing elephant. Here's another one I would absolutely go bold on. Unicorn. Yeah, it is, Katie. You see all this stuff, and then you see a bunny with eggs. This is cool. So for me personally, like I said, this is just me. I would go ahead and probably do the skin first, and then that'll give me as a marker. Again, text it, tint it, excuse me, tint, and then do the coloring. And this one, let's see, Ashley, you said you were doing this one. Do me a favor, post your work in progress on that. You go bold with the parrot. And the pirate. And now we've got some with that black again. Now, and that's not to say you can't go ahead and blacken up this stuff, because of course we're one-sided here. So absolutely fantastic page. And we've got this in our library now. Woo! Now, normally I don't go through this many books at one time, but they all came in today and I wanted to show you this. Oh man, could you imagine the bold reds on this one? Mm-mm-mm. And then we've got these. That one. Let's see, we've got to trace him down there probably, and then somehow there. All right. And now we're into our black backgrounds on a few of these. I love the mix. Love the mix. And look at this one. I'll show you the front of the book, Amy. His last name is very long. And again, the affiliate link is in that one groupings that I posted for everybody of these books that I'm showing you tonight. Love it. And you know, guys, you could go through here with gray and add your own shading and tinting, and then go back over it again with your colors. So there's something to think about as well. Does everybody understand what I mean by that? Zoom in. Zoom in. Zoom in. So what you could do, I'll show you this real quick, is you can take your pencil and take your gray and shade in here as though this were a grayscale book, and then you go back over with whatever color you want to put on that. Thank you, Ashley. Chandra Inata. I don't even know if I'm close. Chandra Inata. But everybody see how I added that gray? Now, if I were to turn to this again and forget that I did that, that would make me think that that's part of the image. And the thing is, depending on what you want to do with the feathers, you could then go ahead and leave the feathers basically their white color. So here's an impromptu lesson on this book. See how that's looking now? So really, it's like you're doing black and white imaging with this, where we're only doing now the gray on this particular set of feathers. Like I said, I can come back and put color over that if I wanted to. Look how cool that looks. And I'm just doing this little bit of coloring on this. I don't know what I'll be doing tonight while I'm uploading video to YouTube. Zoom out. Zoom out. Look how cool that looks, guys. Isn't that neat, that effect? All right, that pencil where I won't lose it now. Okie dokie. And again, substantial pages here. On something like this, you could take your black pen and add a little bit to maybe make these actual leaves if you wanted to. Hi, Melba. And look at this, bright red on the flame, your red and orange and yellow on that. I love this one, Zeus. And then here's one, just some simple roses. If you got bold with your colors, this would look drop dead gorgeous. And then we have snowflakes. And then we have, okay, so Nicholas started his career in illustration in 2013 at one of the best illustration studios in Indonesia. After 2 years of working with the best clients in the business, Nicholas went on to start his freelancing career in 2015. His dream is to become one of the best illustrators in his country. Excuse me. So there you go. So we have that book now as well. And I wanted you to see it. Okay. We are blessed. All right. So we've still got Lila that is sunbathing. We've added a bunch of extras on here already. Did you guys enjoy those books? I hope. All right. All righty. Okie dokie smoky. Do a little bit of some cleanup here. Everything has dried beautifully. We've got our glitter here on the bag. It may crinkle your page a little bit because that's pure glitter out of the bottle. Zoom in. And really, we don't have too much more to go on this little puppy. Let's see. So I'm leaning towards making the blanket orange, maybe. We'll see. I don't want to take away from our coloring of Our Lady here. And then I'll be putting some sand around the outside. Some effects with that. I don't want to go too wild with the blanket. Oranges, maybe. Oranges and reds, maybe. Oh. And I'm actually thinking of, let's see what we can do here. Let's see what kind of trouble we can get into on this. It is colorful, Kristen. Yes, ma'am. Zoom out. Oh, Julian, don't apologize. My gosh. No need to at all. We are so excited for you. And very excited about the hoo-hoos. Right now we're doing our fat lady on the beach. Zoom in. Zoom in. Oh, that's right. You're Canadian. You apologize a lot. So here's what I'm going to do on our towel for our fat lady. I'll tell you what, everybody is beyond themselves about those ohoo-hoos. Are you kidding? So what I'm doing, guys, is I'm going ahead and I am putting another stripe on this sound check. And I want the stripes to be offset. Oh, that's neat that you got that for your birthday. Cool. So Jillian, I don't know if you knew that we were doing this particular picture or if you're seeing this for the first time, but we've been having a lot of fun doing it and commenting on it. Now, you're going to see a method to my madness here as far as these lines are concerned. So what I'm doing, guys, is I'm going ahead and I am adding this additional line. It's narrower here on the inside of each of the lines that were already there. And then what I'm going to do is color them a different color. And you'll see what I'm doing with this in a minute. Now, I hope by now you guys are picking up the habits of adding to your own coloring books. This should be second nature to you. And to anybody that's new, that's what I do a lot when I'm coloring. I love to alter my books. Lila, you got 5 books? Who are you talking about, me or you? So now what I'm going to do is going to tint in my gray. And again, you'll see the method of my madness momentarily. Add something here. Here we go. Now, one thing, since we've got all this glitter on here, you need to be careful about sliding your paper towel over it. Now, technically speaking, your glitter should be the last thing you add, but sometimes for teaching purposes, I like to go ahead and do it on the spot. Oops, I just colored over the bag of the bread. Well, zoom in. There we go. Now, one of the things that you could have done, if it would have helped you, did the bug live? Yes, the bug lived. Even though he got in the glitter a little bit, he lived. So if you guys wanted to get a little bit of placement with your items that you're coloring, You can go ahead and do the blanket first, and then that will define everything for you. I wonder if I should put a spider on the blanket. Zoom out. Sound check, guys. So here we go now. Oh, ants. There you go. That's a really good idea. 6 and clear. Good. I think I finally have figured out the settings on this thing. And more importantly, we found out that I can have somebody like Jillian pop in and it doesn't screw up anything after the fact. Everybody see now how I'm getting this blanket here? Towel. That's what it is. And originally, as I was doing this, I was going to add or make the narrower stripes, the gray. But then I decided that I didn't want to do that because I want, hi Stacy, because I want the bulk of the towel to be the gray. Because I don't want to take away from the rest of this and conflict with it. I'm not worried about this. I'm just going to color it over. Cherry ice cream. Zoom out. Now, again, I'm tinting, zoom in, zoom in. And guys, if you're eating ice cream around your pets and you're going to give them some, make sure they don't have that xylitol in it. I think it's XYTOL. It's an artificial sweetener. You usually find it in gum. And if your pets eat it, they will die. And again, I'm just tinting now. Yeah, XYLITO. So please check your sweets, your cookies, anything like that. I think they only put it in gum, but you want to double check. Okay. Hey, Katie, on those drops that you gave me, which is the best for the coughs? You told me the other day, and I haven't had a chance to go back through the text. You gave me blue and orange, and I forgot which was which, and I want to mark it on the package. I think one is for sinus, and the other you said was for the cough. The blue, okay. Oh, orange, the orange, okay. So for that little tickle that I keep getting in my throat, the blue. Okay, thank you. Hello, Steph. It was Gizzy. Gizzy's doing fine. She's, ever since I've been giving her antibiotics, she's really been doing a lot better. She's sleeping a lot, of course. whatever she had is definitely clearing up. Thank you for asking. Well, we've had an exciting evening, haven't we? Zoom out. Okay, so now you can see the color scheme I did here. Basically, I'm doing the red, the orange, red, orange, yellow, red, orange, yellow. Now, you've done such a great job on everything else. I don't want you to blow off this piece by not doing a great job on the blanket as well. So what I'm going to do, oh wait, there's more. Zoom in, zoom in. Hey, you guys never know what I'm going to plan for you when you come in here. So I'm going to go ahead and darken this up a little bit. And I'm going to go so far as to blend, because we want that really pretty look. Tell you what, guys, I can't wait to get into several of those books I showed you tonight. Okay, now I hope that you can see how richer this is getting when I go ahead and blend this. I wonder how Rita's doing. We haven't seen her for a while. Rita from Guatemala. I think she's in the US right now. Okay, so now I'm going to take marker. And this actually happens to be a simple paper mate that I have. Yeah, you do need to rewatch, Stace. You missed a lot. Jillian was here. Somebody tell Stacy what the new prize is for Jillian's contest. Did you see that, Stace? Zoom out. Oh, hoo-hoo markers. So she's adding that as a super grand prize. So for those of you that don't have those markers, again, this is a simple paper mate colored marker that I'm using. And Jillian, they sold their house within, what'd she say, 5 hours of it being officially listed. So they're excited. Oh, good. You got the paper mate pens? Yeah. Now, when you're working with these markers, again, sometimes they, yeah, so I would definitely enter the contest, Stace. Oh, did you finish your octopus, Amy? Good. So the paper mate will clog sometimes, so you just need to go ahead. Again, that's just because of the pencil getting into them. Or because they're drying out. So the point of this exercise is I want you to pay attention to the detail of the blanket as much as we did the rest of this little puppy. Good night, Sandra. And I want you to see how I am getting that effect with the marker. Okay, I think this little puppy is drying out. Maybe, maybe not. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Zoom out. Hey, Pearl, I have a favor to ask of you, by the way. And you did this once for me, which I deeply appreciate. If you would go through the affiliate list when you have a chance, and I'm doing this as well too. Michelle, hi. Stephanie, there is a file folder that's labeled. If you would go through our affiliate list and double check that those links are correct. Remember you did that once for me, which I really appreciate. Basically, all you need to do is just click on the link and make sure it goes to the proper place. Oh, you did already? Oh. You're so wonderful, Pearl. Thank you. Thank you for looking out for the group. Zoom in. You're such a sweetheart. You really are. You do so much for this group in the background. Behind the scenes. I kind of figured you would, knowing that you did it last time. Okay, does everybody see? Does everybody see? Oh, we're starting to get a really neat looking dimensional blanket. What I'm doing, basically guys, what I'm doing is I'm working through my coloring book list and I'm adding the affiliate list to all of them and then transferring them over to Facebook. And that takes a while. Okay, Katie, thank you. Got that link, thank you. Okay, I'm going to do this orange stripe, and then I'm going to show you what I'm planning on doing with the gray so that you can get an idea. Spot here. And let's see, right here. I know that tickling is just, yeah. Zoom in. Zoom in. Okay, zoom out. You guys see now how dimensional those stripes look? I absolutely did not want to do anything fast. Okay, so now I got the gray to work on. Honestly, guys, with Jillian keeping the price, I mean, it's not like she already isn't offering a bunch of prizes anyway, but now with that grand prize of that Ohuhu, those Ohuhu markers, wow. I mean, just wow. I had no idea that she was going to do that. Okay, figure something out here. So now what we want to do is we want to bring in the shadow of the gray into the wide part of the blanket. Oh, whatever. Now you have a choice here because I didn't really use my blender pencil on this. It stays. is we have that rougher look because I didn't blend the gray, and that's okay for the moment. Right now I'm concerned with just getting the dimensional effect here. And I'm deliberately keeping you in an extended view so you can see how this is going to look. And now I'm going to take a white pencil and I'm going to put that down the middle just a little bit. And if you want to, you can go over your edges just to smooth that out. But you mostly want that down in the center. Down in the center to pray. So I'm looking for an all-around dimensional look for this. And how do we do that? We darken the outsides. And then we blend that in. And don't forget that you want to color over your lines, right? Anybody have a question about the method of my madness here? Zoom in. Zoom in. And I'll save this until I'm blue in the face. It's going to look wonky for a while until you get your colors in and you're blending the way that you want it. Well, Wanda, I wanted to do something different, so that's why I added the smaller stripe on each panel. So thank you. I'm glad you like it. And what I really want you to see, zoom out, is how this overall effect is going to look. And again, don't forget to rotate your pencils while you're doing this. And don't be afraid to play with the shading around your items on your blanket, because that's where you're going to get your best effect, right? Zoom in. And don't forget that when you're blending in your pencil, for your sakes, don't scrub. Let the pencil do the work. Zoom out. Can everybody see the dimensional effect now that I'm getting on this? Now, what I also want you to notice is, technically speaking, you don't need a dimension looking on your blanket. I want that there because I want that extra special pop. It just happens to be an extra fluffy towel that I keep on the blanket. So don't go goofy with your shading around the edges. I just wanted it dimensional, and I wanted it eye-popping, and not just. Zoom out. So what do you guys think so far is how this is looking? Yay, nay? Grab some water. Okay. And I also want you to realize too, that when I'm showing you this technique on this blanket towel, darn it, I want you to be thinking about your other projects that you're working on that you can do similar stuff on. And again, technically speaking, you're not going to have that depth on your blanket. And that's why I'm doing a hybrid of how I'm doing this. It's still doing the center, a very light gray, but I'm still doing those edges a little bit darker. I want character on this. I want depth. Okay, Pearl. Well, you held out pretty long. It's 9:30. Just ease into it, sweetie. Okay. Good night, Pearl. Good night, Pearl. Good night, Pearl. So glad you could make it here. At least I'm not saying, hey, Pearl, wait a minute. I got to show you something. Just stay a little longer. For Pearl when I do that. But then she says she likes it because I show her neat stuff. You love a good song. Okay, I'm taking that darker edge off. I really shouldn't have put it there. Yeah, see now Amy's in good shape because it's only 7:30. You're 2 hours behind me, Amy. Ooh, and tonight for my snack afterwards, I've got Fig Newton cookies. Good stuff. Zoom in. Okay, we just had that. Yeah, well, I can't, like I said, I can't stuff my face really while I'm on camera. So, but that's okay. Yeah, I don't think you guys know this. I may have told you, but when I go off camera, I'm still in for another hour, hour and a half of work because I upload this up to YouTube. The neat thing is, I got my setup in such a way that I can go ahead and do some other things while I'm uploading. So those wings that I started on with the gray, I'll probably do that for a while. Yeah, how is the new cook working out? Well, okay. And Wanda, did you and Maddie get together about doing that pig? Okay, now I'm going to show you something else too with this towel. Zoom out. Not the sharpest tack in the box, but may be able to learn it all. And has a lot of personal issues. Oh, geez. Lovely. How long was your previous cook with you? I don't remember if you told us or not. You have more time next week to draw, Maddie? Okay. You know what? Well, let's see. 2 years. Okay. Big picture on hold right now. Yeah, it's okay. Okay. Cool. Zoom out. I would absolutely not download anything from Pinterest. No, no, no. Yeah. Uh-uh. Okay. So let me pull you in just a little bit more here. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take, again, well, let's see, my blender pencil. And I'm just going to gently blend in the gray. You want to get rid of anything that looks streaky or wonky. You know, Katie, I wouldn't even verify if it's an art. Well, you'd have to go to that artist page from a different source rather than a link through Pinterest. You could go to Google and type in the address and see if it comes up with the same thing. Okay, so again, I'm going ahead and I just want to make sure I don't have too much streaky stuff in my towel. So Katie, are you still broadcasting for your other stuff that you're doing? I thought I remember you telling me that you were. So the Mel King books that you brought, Ashley? Okay, that's what I thought, Katie. Now, on these yellow bars here, I'm going to go ahead oh man, Ashley, I don't know what to tell you on that. So do they even acknowledge the other artists and use their names, or what's the deal? Okay, so I'm going to use gold, outline this yellow a little bit. So are you telling me, Ashley, that the individual images are not labeled at all as to who the artist is? Are they recognizable pieces? In other words, the question is, did the artist contribute to the book and they're just labeled on the page, or that's really weird. Well, what I want you guys to understand is that there's several important reasons why to label these, to know the artist in the book. And the obvious one is for copyright reasons. And I'm talking about stuff that you guys post. But the other reason is if somebody wants to color that image, they need to know where they can get it. Because if you color something and don't label where you got it, like our fat lady here, and they want to color our fat lady, then how do they get the enjoyment of the coloring? And that's why I'm such a stickler on stuff. So that's the criteria that I use when I'm looking at posts, is if you guys post something and I can't locate the source, that I could color it myself, then that's where I'll say something about it. Okay, so we're making cucumber sandwiches. Zoom in. That would be like somebody stealing Jillian's image of those 4 ladies that we got. Let me check something here. Hold on, guys. Yeah, Katie, you can post that image to see if you can find the artist. But be specific in your post that you are trying to find the artist, and just say would really appreciate. And when you post the image, put your pencils on it. If it's uncolored. Okay, so now we're getting down to the nitty-gritty on here. Oh, this is so cute. Oh, it's colored. Okay, that's fine. Cool. I hope you guys are really enjoying this piece now, since we're almost done with it. Patience, patience, patience. Zoom out. Okay, I just got to figure out, I don't know what this is. I think it's sausage or a banana, or this is probably the cucumber. Okay, we'll do that. Let me put it to you this way, guys. If somebody posts an image, they're not clear where they got it, then that's most likely a stolen piece. And that's the other issue, Wanda, is that Facebook will give us problems over copyright if you don't post the artist. And they don't check pictures, they check text. So that's the third reason why that's got to be cited. Okay, now I'm going to draw a couple of little circles in here. Zoom in. Zoom in. You wouldn't believe the number of people that give me grief about saying, well, I posted a picture of the front of the book. That's not what's stated in our rules. So I get hassled from people because I'm protecting the group, and that annoys me. Not to mention, I find it very funny that somebody that's posting something is going to hassle an administrator of a group. I mean, how bright is that? You guys know me, I'm basically easygoing. I want quality, supportive people in my group. I don't want Karens in my group that are going to give me a hard time about protecting artists, especially since I work with artists and bring them to you guys. Jillian knows that I will protect her artists, and that's why she's willing to bring them into this group. Fool, we have a cucumber. I'll have to look, Lila. You guys are doing such a great job with those Jeff Haney pictures. And I hope that you're tagging him in them when you post, because that way he gets to see what people are doing with his work. Basically, as I'm working with artists in my group, I want them to know that I will protect them tooth and nail. So, and that's why we get good people in here. Oh, you did the grayscale version so it didn't have the flowers. Ooh, I want to see that. That's cool. Okay, we're going to do the knife. Yeah, we had a gentleman in this group that was posting stuff and not asking permission and copying stuff and the whole bit. And I bounced him, and then he turned around and claimed that I was jealous of his work, and that's why I bounced him out of my group. Yeah. And then on top of that, he was promoting himself in my group without asking permission. I'll promote people, but at least have the courtesy to ask, you know? Wanda knows who he is. But then to turn around and attack me because I was enforcing, you know, copyright and rules, that got my goat. It shouldn't have, but it did. And then he was posting other artists' work and not crediting it, blank pages even. And good grief. But you know what? He's going to do that one too many times. Hi, Maria. He's going to do that one too many times, and the community is really going to turn against him. Zoom out. I'm done ranting. I'll quit. Okay. Hello, Maria. Hello. Zoom out. Zoom out. Yeah, Lila brought that to my attention that was happening. And I appreciate that, guys. If you see something going on in our group, please just let me know. Exactly, Katie. That's why we put pencils over stuff. Oh man, I'm down to like 3 things on this page. Is this not gorgeous? Oh, I know you guys have my back. And honestly, guys, if you see somebody that puts up a post, depends how comfortable you are doing this, just say, hey, you know, please, the rules in our group require that you add the artist and the yes, title of the book. Wanda, are you trying to get my attention? Okay, so I'm going to color this blade bluish gray. So Wanda, you've been saying my name. What's going on? Hello, ILene. Oh, sorry, I couldn't find my comment button. New phone. No problem. Those strawberries in the jar look like strawberry candies. Yeah. So I'm going to color this blade. I want to show you this, guys, with blue and gray. Yes, scroll up, please. Okay, what did I miss? Okay, Wanda said ILene, and then we go back. And then Wanda said ILene Vick. Okay. What am I missing, Wanda? I scrolled up, Wanda. What am I missing? Oh, okay. ILene, do chalk pastels go down any differently if you spray the picture first? No. I have a problem with that. I got it. Nope. Nope. They still go down beautifully. Okay, now I want you to see what I'm doing on this blade. Zoom in. Zoom in. Here, welcome, Miss Wanda. Zoom in. Okay, so on this knife, I put a layer of blue, and then I'm going to put a layer of gray, and that's going to give me that steel look, and it's going to keep it different from the gray that I've got behind it. Does everybody see that? Some of the reasons too that we run into problems with posting is because some other groups don't enforce the citing rule, and I do, especially since I'm working with a coloring book publisher. And so when they come into this group, they'll go ahead and post like they post everywhere else, and then that's where they'll get into a little bit of difficulty. Oh man, we are so close. Your Jeff Haney book is 3 stops away. Do you guys want me to finish these last couple pieces on camera, or do you want me to do that tomorrow night? Because it's 10 o'clock. I'll stay if you want me to. I know, isn't that something? The UPS lets you track on a map where your order is, which I think is hysterical. Oh, you accidentally ordered the grayscale, so you're reordering the other one. Okay, we'll keep the grayscale though. All right, I'll finish. It's more fun for me when I've got people that are watching. I mean, I'm like 2 items away, right? All right, so we've got our sausage. Da, 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 da. Okay, so let's. Let me entertain you. Da, 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 da. La, da, da. We are so close to this being done. Okay, so let me we'll do a nice yellow plate here. Now there's a method to my madness for making this plate yellow. And then I'm going to make that paper that it's sitting on maybe a light blue. And I've got a teeny tiny line to draw because the artist didn't finish the cookie. Here we go. Here we go. And I will blend that up. And then for the cookies, just to really make it clear what they are. Okay, ladies, watch where you take the conversation, please. Oh. Let me get a light brown, light brown, light brown. Now, in coloring these cookies, if they're a little bit darker than what you want, you can go ahead, hit that with your white pencil. So you can lighten them up a little bit. And then what I'm going to do, because I'm still interested in our dimension here, is I'm going to go through and shadow those up a little bit. And I'll do that with a heavier on one side like this, and then bring in the different colors. And again, they're just these little wonky cookies on here. Why do I make the effort? Somebody tell me that. What's the point? Okay, hold on. Let's see what we got here. And then on the plate itself, I'm going to go ahead and tint that just a little bit. So we've got that. Yeah, it's coherent with the rest of the picture, and it would look funny if I did detail on everything else but didn't on this. If you're going to color, finish it through. Okay. And then I'm going to take a little bit of blue. We're getting close here. And then I'm going to take a little bit of the blue, darker blue, and I'll shade that as well on the edges. Zoom out. Okay, last thing here. Oh, zoom in, zoom in. So I'm going to go through and take my black pen and get my little dots back. Oh yeah, the toenails too. Everybody see that I'm going back through and just putting these black lines here again? We lost them a little bit because of the pencil on top. We'll go ahead and get that back. Okay. Zoom out. I'll stay right there actually. Maribel, hi. Okay, I'm adding that fifth toenail because it's there. Maribel. Okay. Sound and picture have gone wonky. Yeah, if I get kicked out, I'll call it an evening. You can't hear me. Uh, Anybody else having any problems? Okay, Lila, you can still hear me? Okay. It's like my internet feed throttled. Yeah, and that's probably a Facebook thing. If I get kicked off, like I said, we'll call it a night. So I don't know what this is here. I'm just going to try and finish this up real quick. Well, you're welcome to stay if you can. Well, Maria, I'm so glad that you were able to join us tonight. I normally end right now, but I'm just staying because I'm like so close to finishing this. Yeah, I'm here holidays too, just in case you guys, for you new people that didn't know that. So stay tight here if you can. Okay. One more thing. Yes, we have this art here. Okay, guys, here we go. Gonna do nails. Zoom out. Zoom out. We're done. Except for the sand. Okay, guys, I'm calling it an evening. This is ILene Vick for Teaching Colors. ILene Vick. So glad you could make it, guys. Joyous coloring. Thank you so much. And we'll see you tomorrow night, same time, same place. Have a good one, guys. Take care. Be kind. Bye.